Hello, EctoSage here on the Sage channel, and if you don't know, Star Citizen 3.1 has just released to the the PU, the public universe. It was on the PTU earlier, and I had some fun on it. And I've landed on top of a Reclaimer. This is a humongous new ship they added to the game. I actually have one of my own. This one I snuck on board of. They shot me and killed me, so I respawned and flew back and ended up landing on top of them. And we're now being shot at. I was actually trying to shoot at them earlier, and I was unable to do enough damage because, well, look at the ship, it's massive, its shields are huge. I tried to fly under the shields and shoot it, it was still hitting the shields. Anyway, I ended up just landing on top of them, and it appears now we're being shot at by someone else. But this ship, just to give you some information, is a humongous monstrosity. It has, I think, 3 different floors, a bunch of cargo bays in the back. It's got itself some turrets all over. You can see a turret in the front there. And actually, there's some on the sides. You can't really see them right here. There's 2 more on the front. Oh, and 1 at the back. Right there, you can actually see there's 1 at the back as well. I think it might have moved. Yeah, I think the pilot here is trying to do some, ooh. Damn, that's cool. Yeah, I have to wonder if it shoots at me, will it hit my ship, or will it hit the shields of the big ship before it hits me? I wonder if I'm actually inside them or not. They're actually going to be redoing the shielding on ships in the future. And the game just crashed. And I'm not going to lie to you. I actually added in all of my voiceover in post, because I was just playing this just to record some footage, just to have some fun. And it was too laggy for me to really enjoy streaming. And it kept crashing. Star Citizen 3.1 has released to the persistent universe, which means if you've backed the game, you now have access to it. Unfortunately, like many of the versions before it, it's still laggy. That said, there are still quite a few awesome things, and, well, like I just said, it's quite laggy and has a habit of crashing. Those new things, though. First off, we have a character creator now. A lot of the footage I'll be showing is actually from the PTU version about 2, maybe 3 days before the PU version launched. It was live stream footage, and you can find the full thing over on my second channel, Sage Streams. So, character creator, you got yourself your face chooser. There'll be more faces, or at least options to blend between them, I believe, in the future. You also have your skin color, which you can choose whichever face you want, and then choose whichever skin you want with it, which I think is pretty cool. Then you have your eye colors, and there's actually pretty notable selection here, which I think is awesome, and they all actually look really cool. Unfortunately, there still is no female character, so you're going to see a bunch of dudes running around. Oh, and be wary, if you choose the mohawk haircut, it might just stick through your helmet a bit. Next up, we have a bunch of new ships that have been added to Star Citizen in this latest update. Mainly the Reclaimer. The USG issue. No, not the Ishimura, no. It's the Nostromo. No, it's not the Nostromo. You get the joke. Anyway, it is a ship that is heavily inspired by the alien craft, the Nostromo, from the movie called Alien, and it is an absolutely gorgeous and incredibly large craft. Its layout is actually pretty beautiful and intelligent as well. It has 2 large, well, 1 large lift at the back to store a bunch of scrap metal in a bunch of different storage areas there. And that lift also comes out so you can unload said scrap metal. And here are those large storage areas I was talking about. There's actually 3 of them. 1 with a balcony, a below floor, and then a actual storage area that's just called cargo. The front has a small lift that goes between the first little area you can walk into, which has your bridge, and the habitation deck, which runs across the top of the whole ship and is a, well, fairly awesome area. It has the beds for the 4 crew members, the captain's little personal area, restrooms, of course, for those crew members, and a personal restroom for the captain. It also has a lovely little mess hall, once again, carrying the alien aesthetic over fairly well. A drone control bay, which is just gorgeous, let's be honest. It's a beautiful little thing. And then it's got a few other little rooms, like this gravity drive room, reactor room, escape pods, and just random nonsense. And a giant shredding bay that you can't actually walk around in, but you can look down into at a few different angles, and maybe even jump and get stuck on an invisible wall if you're feeling adventurous and foolish. Like this right here, you can see the salvage thing. Oh hey, guess what? I found a way into the room. Or not. Help, I'm a helmet. I've turned into a helmet. Oh, help, I'm a forehead now. Very, very foolish. The ship itself is gorgeous. It's well armed with, I think, something around 6 turrets. Most of them are remote controlled from consoles behind the control room. And, yeah, overall, it's just an absolutely gorgeous ship, which, I'm happy to have. Next up, added to the game, is the Misc Razor. I don't actually have any footage of this flying around too much, because the game kept crashing on me when I wanted to get it, but I do have a little bit from a stream where we're flying it around in Arena Commander, because you can still load ships in there in Arena Commander and do free flights, combats, and a lot of fun stuff with that. And this ship is mainly designed as a racer. It does have weapons on it, which, of course, me personally, I would like to see more ships like the Argo, a cargo transport with no guns at all. I'd like to see more of that. But anyway, if you're thinking about doing some light combat, you can also take this ship out for that if you don't want to just do racing. The ship itself is a, well, absolutely gorgeous ship, obviously based off of the design of F1 racers in the real world. I don't own one, but I was able to access it in the PTU, and well, look at the damn thing. It's tempting, because it is just so bloody beautiful. Be aware, though, when you're in the cockpit, something a lot of ships are actually suffering from currently in Star Citizen, a lot of your field of view is obscured by mindless consoles. Yeah, not ideal. Next up, we have the Terrapin. This is a ship I hated, honestly, in concept. When I first saw it, I really didn't like it. The main purpose of this ship is an information gathering, a sort of sensory ship. It's got the big circle on the top, similar to that one big US aircraft that, well, a radar ship. Anyway, I always thought this would make a great cargo ship, or a troop transport ship, with the big 4 massive thrusters, a relatively large structural interior, and instead we get 2 seats. One for running the scanners, one for sitting at the back, and one for piloting it. Don't worry though, if you want to run it alone, you can pilot it somewhere, hop out of that seat, hop on the other one, and start scanning. Why you can't just turn the seat 90 degrees and have controls for one system and another system right there, I don't know, but whatever. Seems like a waste of space to me, but it is an absolutely gorgeous ship, and it even comes with amenities of a, not a bathtub, but a shower, a toilet, and, well, nice little bed guys. It should be noted, even though I don't really have any footage for this, the planets have also gotten a graphical upgrade. They look a lot better. Just take my word on that. They look fantastic now. Before they were quite samey, and it's improved. Still not perfect, still not much to do on them, but it is gorgeous. I should also say there has been a little rover added to planets now, the Tumbril, as I believe it is called. You can fly that thing, drive that thing around and have some fun in it, even though I've not been able to spawn one because issues. There's also a new version of the hover bike, the Nox, which I don't have any footage of it on planets, but I did find that if you put a ship in a slow turn and then press H on your keyboard to hop out of it, it'll keep making that slow turn. And I put a few in orbit and just enjoyed it flying by, which was incredible. And of course, I'd love to be showing you that footage right now, but it's gone. I don't know what happened to it. Shadowplay was not happy. Anyway guys, that is about it for Star Citizen 3.1. It's a fairly hefty update. There's a bunch of other technical stuff they did, which I don't care about as much. I highly suggest you check out the patch notes. There's a bunch of fixes and stuff there. It's all fairly unstable currently, unfortunately. The FPS is still pinging between 20 and 30 for the most part on populated servers. It's unfortunate, it's beautiful, and well, that's about it. If you want to get into Star Citizen, and probably not actually be able to enjoy it properly for another few months until I get this FPS sorted out, hopefully it'll only be a few, there is a referral link down in the description below, so you get a little bonus for signing up through that link, and I get some sort of wonderful bonus for you using it to greed. Fantastic. Anyway guys, that is it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks a bunch for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Ta-ta.